right, so Halloween, almost here, and it's not just ghosts and goblins that we watch out for. Financial scares can be just as spooky. Ooh. All right, so in honor of Halloween this week, our financial expert from CapTrust, Catherine McCall, joins us now to discuss really her most important tricks and treats when it comes to financial planning. So Catherine, this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to toss out a tricky situation, and you can explain to us how we're going to get the treat out of this, okay? All right, so first up, your budget is tight, but your cash flow positive until an unforeseen emergency, say car repair, major medical bill, or maybe even an unexpected job loss blows up your entire budget. What do you do?
So first of all, this is super common. Earlier this year, there was a CBS poll that went out, 1,000 Americans, 59% of them could not sustain a $1,000 unforeseen emergency expense. So that tells us that a lot of people struggle with this issue in terms of liquidity. I'm a huge fan of an emergency fund. I look at that as a removal of the financial stress of something that could already be a really stressful situation. If you have a medical expense, that means somebody might not be doing well, losing a job, stressful. 6 months worth of monthly expenses sitting in a savings account, that's the goal. If you need to scrape and scrimp to get there every month, I would highly recommend that you do it because it will give you a level of financial security and a little bit of removal of those stressful situations if you're now focusing not on the money bit but about the next problem at hand.
Yeah, and before we even get into the next one, I mean, even every little bit counts. I remember when I was starting off my career, I had a relative say, hey, even if you can only afford $20
throw it in there
at a time, just throw it in there because it might be 6 months, could be a year, could be 5 years, but that does add up.
That's true. Absolutely.
Okay, so how about this? You're struggling with debt acquired over a many-year period of time.
This is a snowball thing, right? It starts out as just a couple $1,000s, and then all of a sudden you open up another credit card. I think about prioritizing my debt. So I'm not super worried about your mortgage payment. Assuming that you can make rent or mortgage, that's okay. Like, that's a good type of debt in my mind. Consumer debt, you don't get any kind of tax deduction for. So that's just going to be a snowballing negative impact on your financial situation. So what are we talking about? Credit cards, personal loans, auto loans. The auto loans, I think, is really one that people got to keep. We have to all keep our egos in check, right? If you're not writing a check for the car because you're able to afford it, and you're taking on a $1,000 payment every month, you can't afford the car. It's time to probably lower our expectations in terms of what we buy and stick to what is reasonable within our means. That is the #1 thing that clients like to tell us. If you live within your means, you're going to save money instead of spending more than you need to. Within the prioritization of debt consolidation, I like to attack the worst interest rate first. That's just the easiest way to pay the least in interest. The Ramsey method would be to remove you stack rank all of your debts and you get rid of the smallest one and then go up the way, like to start removing debts off of your balance sheet. Either way, get serious about it, make sacrifices, and make a budget.
Be consistent. Okay, so here's the next trick. Your kids get into their dream school and you haven't saved enough.
This is both a trick and treat, right? Because you're so proud of them, you're excited that they've done what, hopefully, you've done a little bit of your own homework in terms of a 529 or some sort of college savings. Even that is often not enough. So I'm a huge fan of sitting down with your soon-to-be adult child and figuring out how they can make the best decision, helping them be in the driver's seat and educating them on the value of money. This is a big investment, and I think a lot of kids think of it as 4 more years of fun. In reality, it's an investment in your future. So that should be a conversation around what are we going to do to get a fruitful career out of this? How is our education, this particular education, going to make the best bang for our buck in terms of that investment? And what combination of cash flow, 529 plans, scholarships, and potentially loans are going to be needed to take on that liability?
All right, Catherine, we always appreciate your insight. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Happy to be here.